everyone, hope you're doing well. This video we're going to focus on chords. So I know a lot of the times we've concentrated on two finger chords. That looks something like that. But really what you got to understand is these are just shortcuts. These are just ways to get you to play songs quick. But now we're in lockdown, we might as well use this time to play the full chords and just work on them slowly. So then you get full sounding chords. It's not just trying to get through things and get your motivation high. This is like learning the chords properly. So if you just download the PDF below, it's going to have major chords, which are your happy sounding chords. It's going to have minor chords, which are sad chords. It's going to have 7 chords, which are kind of jolly chords, and minor 7 chords, which are it's kind of moody but a bit jazzy. Used a lot of jazz chords. And then you got major 7th chords, which are kind of dreamy. So if you take note of what I've just said, each chord gives its own emotion. So that's why it's important to learn all these different types of chords for each letter. So there we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different versions of A. So it can seem a lot, and if you're just new to this, I'd just concentrate on the major chords and the minor chords, and then just work on that till you know them well. For those of you who are a bit more advanced, look at the 7th chords and the minor 7 and then the major 7 chords. And these chords, if you just learn these, they should see you through quite a lot of thousands of songs. And I'm going to do a video probably next week on bar chords. So that's how to get using sharps and flats. So that'll be a bit more for the advanced players. But for now, I'm just going to go through this. So if you look at the PDF form on major chords, the first one is A. So it sounds like this. So if you can see, they're all on the 2nd fret. First finger's on the 4th string. Your 2nd finger is on just below it on the 3rd string. 3rd finger is below that on the 2nd string. So here's what we're going to do on every chord to practice with doing it well. So we're going to pick through each note. So this one has got an X at the top. So we're going to start on the 5th string. And then you're going to strum it. And then you can hear how that's crystal clear. Now, one thing that might happen is your hand might be like this. See how my hand went kind of flat? It creates a lot of problems. And if you just strum it, you probably think, oh, it sounds all right, but it's not quite right. But you're not identifying the problem. So, see, a lot of the time we just hook our hand round, and that'll get the fingers out of the way of the other strings. So I'll show you that again. This is probably what you would do when you pick up a guitar. This is like standard for someone beginning. So just hook your hand round, get every note clear. Okay, so the next chord along is D. I'm going to fly through them now. So first finger is on the 2nd fret, but you see 3rd string up, 1, 2, 3. 2nd finger's down here on the 1st string, so they're both on the fret 2. And this 3rd finger is on the 2nd string, but on the 3rd fret. Now there's 2 X's, 6th string and 5th string, so we're going to start on the 4th string by picking through. See, I'm going to hook my hand around so I don't catch anything. And strum it. Okay, so then to E. First finger on the 1st fret, and we count 3 strings up, 1, 2, 3. So get it right up to the fret there, so you can give these fingers chance of getting onto these frets. So your 2nd finger goes on the 5th string. See that on the 2nd fret, and that one just below it on the 4th string. Now you can strum all of these. The G and the E, you can strum them all. So we're going to pick through them, hook my hand round. Would be handy if I tuned up first. And then and strum. Okay, so we're on to G then. So first finger on the 5th string up. See, that's on the 2nd fret, not the 1st. This 2nd finger up here on the 6th string, on the 3rd fret, and your 3rd finger down at the bottom on the 1st string, and you can strum that. Pick it first, then strum it. Okay, so the next two, C and F, are kind of quite difficult. So there's no better time than now to just give it a go. So if you start working on this and if you think in 4 weeks' time they're going to sound good, don't think they're going to sound good straight away. You know, because you're giving yourself big expectations, because these are quite difficult. So first finger goes on the 2nd string, 1st fret. See there? Then this 2nd finger goes on the 4th string, 2nd fret. Now this is the stretch. Your 3rd finger goes on the 5th string on the 3rd fret. So you can see that. That's what it should look like. Now there's an X on the top string, so you want to pick from the 5th, hook your hand round, and then strum it. So if I was to do this with my hand, that tends to be what happens. So you've got to work out what's happening. So hook your hand round, pick each note till you get no buzzing, and then strum it. Okay, so the hardest one is next, F. So like I said, no better time than now to be practicing these hard chords. So 2nd string, 1st fret. Then the 3rd string, 1, 2, 3, 2nd fret. Then these two go up on the 3rd fret, but the 4th and 5th string. You strum from the 5th, so we're going to pick through it, hook your hand round, and then strum it. Okay, great. So that's all the major chords. Keep working on them. Could take you a few days to just get through them if you're not used to playing through these major chords, full chords. Alright, so we're going to go on to minor chords. I'll say we've got 4 chords here. So A minor, 1st finger there on the 1st fret, but it's on the 2nd string. And then these two in the middle on the 3rd and 4th string, and you see they're both on the 2nd fret. So that's what they look like. Get that right. And it's got an X on the top. So we're going to start from the 5th string. So skip this one, go to there. Hook your hand round so nothing's getting in the way. Let's pick through that. Nice and clear, then strum it. So your aim is to ultimately, when you place the chord on, is everything's crystal clear and it sounds really nice. So that's what this good exercise of picking through it, give it a strum, make sure every note is crystal clear. Alright, D minor. So that's on the 1st fret, 1st string. That's your 1st finger. So the 2nd finger goes up here on the 3rd string, and that's on the 2nd fret. So then your 3rd finger goes on the 2nd string, but on the 3rd fret, so that's how it looks. And you pick this on the 4th string, so hook your hand round, pick down, and then strum it. Okay, so the next one's an E minor. You're probably really used to this one. So 1st finger on the 5th string, 2nd fret, and then the 2nd finger just below it on the 4th string. Both on the 2nd fret. You can see the squeezed on there. You can pick them all. So from the top string, strum it. Okay, so B minor. A lot of the times you see it as a bar chord, but there is an open chord which works. It's a B minor 7 really, but it works well as a B minor. So 1st finger is on the 5th string, 2nd fret. Then this 2nd finger is going to skip a string to the 3rd string. This is all on the 2nd fret. And then this third finger, see there, it's down there. So, there we go. We don't strum the top string, we just pick from the fifth. So hook your hand around, don't have it flat, hook it round. You want to hear them open notes where you're not playing. Okay, so we're on to the 7th chords now, 7 chords, -7. Okay, so 7 chords. So A7, D7, E7, G7, C7, B7. So the A7, if you know your A, you take that middle finger off. Okay, that's an easy one to get to. Right, so D7, first, it's like a D but inverted. So it's very similar. These two notes are the same. This finger's moving to there, this note. So put your first finger on the 2nd string, 1st fret, and then put these two on the 2nd fret, either side of that finger. So strum from the 4th. Okay, so E7, if you play an E major, take off the 3rd finger, that's an E7. Okay, so the next chord is a G7, 1st finger down here on the 1st fret, 1st string, and then you want this 2nd finger up here on the 2nd fret, but 5th string, and your 3rd finger is on the 6th string, see that, on the 3rd fret, so that's quite a stretch, you can see that. So that's on the 1st fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, and there's quite a big gap of a stretch. Okay, now C7, so if you know your C, which we practiced in the first bit, put your little finger on the 3rd string, 3rd fret, where normally it's just an open note. You're going to put your little finger on there, so you're using all 4 fingers. Sounds quite jolly. So the B7, put your 1st finger on the 4th string, and it's on the 1st fret. And your 2nd finger up here on the 5th string, 2nd fret. 3rd finger on the 2nd fret, but the 3rd string, and you strum from the 5th. So. Okay, so -7 chords, we've got 3 of them here. The reason why it's not like C-7 or G-7 is because the shape of C and G doesn't lend itself to minor chords. So if you're wondering why they're not all there, the way you get them is through bar chords, which I'm going to do next week. Okay, so A-7, it's having the minor and the 7 there. So you got your A, you got your A7, and you got your A minor. So the 2 changes you're making in them are going to appear in here. So the 7 is there, so that's the 0 on the 3rd string, and the minor is there, that's the change. So it's these 2, that's a -7. So 1st finger on the 2nd string, 1st fret, and your 2nd finger there on the 4th string, 2nd fret, strum from the 5th. Okay, so the D minor, you can see your 1st finger's on the 1st and 2nd string there. See, it's barred. So that is going to have to be a bit flat. You can't hook your finger round to bar. See that? You place that on them 2. And then this finger has to hook. So you can see there. Don't know if you can see. Yeah, that finger's flat. That finger's hooking. And you pick from the 4th string and then strum it. So it's slightly difficult, that bit of technique involved. Okay, so the E-7 is probably the easiest chord you could ever play. So it's 1 finger on the 5th string, 2nd fret, hook it out the way. Very easy. Okay, so the last page on the PDF is A major 7. So the major 7 chords are different to the 7, the major 7, so they sound a bit dreamier. Okay, so your first finger goes on the 3rd string, 1st fret. Second finger goes on the 4th string, 2nd fret. 3rd finger goes down here on the 2nd string, 2nd fret. And we strum from the 5th. So hook your hand, pick, and then strum. Okay, so D major 7. It looks like an A really, but you can move it down. So you got your first finger there on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. Second finger just below it, 3rd just below it, and you're squeezing them all on. Pick from the 4th string, strum it. If you want, you could bar them free if you struggle to fit all your fingers on there. Okay, so we got E major 7 next. So first finger's up here on the 4th string, 1st fret. Your second finger is just below that, so that's a bit odd. We've never done anything like that before in group. And your 3rd finger is over here on the 5th string, 2nd fret. You can strum all of these. Okay, G major 7. It's quite a nice little chord shape, nice and easy. So first finger here on the 2nd fret, 1st string, and then your 2nd finger right up here, or you could use your 3rd finger. You could use your 2nd finger right at the top on the 3rd fret. So they couldn't be more further apart, but it's just 2 fingers. Okay, so the very last one is a C major 7. So if you play a C chord, you take your first finger off, strum from the 5th. So pick it through, strum. Okay, so just work your way through them. I know it seems like a lot, but you're going to have to just be pausing, stopping it, and learning it. And what you do is you find relationships between all the shapes. So if you work on your C, work on your C7 and then your C major 7, and notice there's subtle changes. So if I play a C to a C7 to a C to a C major 7, so you learn the little changes in C that get you them different chords. So if I'm on A major to A minor to A7 to A minor 7 to A major 7. So learn all the shapes for each individual shape. Okay, I hope that helps. Any questions, let me know. I know that was quite a long clip and a mouthful of information to take in, but this should last you months really to get on top of if you're not used to playing these open chords. Okay, good luck with that.